song. Buongiorno and good hello everyone. We are currently on another travel day. We just left Florence and we are on our way to Rome now, but in between we kind of have done these little stopovers just to break up the trip and also kind of get some really cool historical sightseeing in. So right now we're in a city called Orvieto, and there is apparently a really famous basilica here, kind of on the top of a mountain. I guess a brief version of the story is that there was a guy giving a mass here one time. He's holding up a piece of bread as the host, kind of like a representation of the body of Christ, and it started bleeding while he was holding it. But he took this bloody, basically, piece of cloth to the Pope and said, look at this is crazy, this is a miracle, you have to, you know, do something about this is insane, people need to hear about it. So the Pope ended up sending a couple people to the city to do some investigating and ask around to see if there were any witnesses to this miracle, and there were. So he basically sanctioned the construction of a church here. It's really actually a cool story, and it's a pretty interesting thing. I'm always really intrigued by the so-called miracles and the things that happen in all of these really sacred places. Most exciting moment. Dun, 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 dun. Trading with the funiculare.
Wow, this is actually really scary. Wow. They timed that so well.
So I was beginning to think that we were going through an awful lot of cramped space and weird little rides to get up to this thing, and then I was reminded that I need to just be quiet and let things happen, because sometimes you go through something that's a little bit annoying and then you get to something like this. Worth it! So the construction of the Orvieto took 301 years because they were hand carving all of the biblical stories on the outside of the building, and every single painting, well not painting, every image on the facade of the building was hand set mosaic. So it's not painted, it's mosaic. Crazy. This is what I'm talking about. All of this is mosaic set by hand. How ridiculous is that? Here it goes again, my camera's screwing up. Ah! Alright, so remember how I was talking about on the mosaic, on all of those giant images up there? Well, every single column also has hand-laid mosaic. So we just finished inside and they wouldn't let us actually take any photos, but actually Louis got some really good footage, so go check out Louis' channel because he got some really good stuff.
And then the guy was like, no photo.
Yeah, he's like, no photo, but they didn't take our cameras, so they don't really care that much.
Oh,
snap. I got some gnocchetti pesto, and it's not a bad terrace, you know? Not a bad view. Having lunch with all of the Kentucky guys in the crew. These are the guys you don't get to see that much, but these are the guys that are making all these videos happen. Kind of having some trouble here. Kind of succeeded in becoming a child again with my ice cream. I cannot eat this fast enough.
You're leaving a little trail of
everywhere
sticky drip marks.
It's delicious. We're on a bus on the way to Rome, but rather than showing you purely historical sites, you also need to get a look at some of the wildlife around the area, including, but not limited to, the native Roman giraffes. Out of nowhere, I just woke up from a nap, so I'm like already delirious, and Jesse just goes, hey, have you ever done this? And just does that. So we've just arrived at the Kentucky village in Roma, and we are awaiting our challenge. What do you guys think it will be?
Watermelon eating contest, because watermelon's my favorite fruit.
And you? What do you think?
I still think that it has to do with animal poop. I think we have to test it and see which animal poop we're eating.
Louis. Hello? You can blame this woman for my camera being like this because she dropped it yesterday. And now the lens went out.
It was a
joint effort. It's totally a group effort.
It was more than a drop. It was like a forceful shove to the ground.
I like slingshot it to the ground. I just spit right at the camera. It's like, hi guys. Just wanted to take a moment to let you know that I'm really nervous about this challenge. And I think Jatev's leaning in the frame with me. Oh, that was such a sweet thing.
Your ear?
That was probably the blindfold because I didn't even feel you touching me. So I'm assuming that was fabric. I'm kind of afraid that like when I go to reach for something on the table, I'm gonna put my hand in something. I don't know what's on the table.
Italian food is simply just the pairing of simple ingredients to make food for the soul. Wholesome food, okay? So, before the challenge begins, I'm going to walk round the back of some of you, and you have to tell me what the simple key Italian flavors or tastes may be. I'm getting quite nervous.
Basil?
Correct.
Yeah!
He's ready to play. All these
Eating contest for pizza. Here's what you gotta do. You gotta remember all those hot dog eating contests. Take the pizza, dip it in the water. Right, so we have just officially arrived in the city center in Rome. I think we're actually staying in northern Rome. We've just come to our restaurant for dinner for the evening, and I'm pretty sure we're having more pizza. Are you gonna eat more pizza?
This way.
Do it! So, what is this place?
We're eating in an old converted jail.
Yeah.
The Pope used to run.
Oh, well that's nice. And apparently there's not pizza on the menu, so that's good. And this looks like poison oak to me, so I wouldn't touch that if I were you. Oh, that was sexy.
We're having a cool meal in this restaurant that used to be prison. So there's like all these cool weapons up here. And then Louis found a bear, like it's a bear trap or a human trap, whatever it is.
Right guys, so that is it for today's video. We are going to be exploring Vatican City tomorrow, which is going to be epic. We're having girls' time in here. Hello. Girls' time. Probably can't use that footage, although you definitely see me in a bathing suit. I am in a bra right now, guys. I'll save you the trouble of trying to figure that out. Not that you wanted to. That sounded weird. Yeah, it's, you know what?
We just put
Don't worry. Yeah, don't even worry about it. Okay. I don't know what that means. Alright everyone, so that's it. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you tomorrow. Please be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope you have a good night. Love you guys. Buongiorno.